Hi fellow traders, it's the first day of February and I'm sitting out here on my patio enjoying this beautiful weather. It's been cold for like 2 weeks and this is the first day. Feels good. I've got this umbrella up to block the sun. Sun feels good, and I decided, you know, why not roll my computer and everything out here, sit back, relax, and have a cold one. You know, it's almost quitting time for me anyway, but you got to take advantage of beautiful days like today, and it's the exact reason why I put this little setup together, so I can roll it around wherever I want to, still be in contact with chat, be able to watch the market. If I'm in a trade, I can manage my trade. I can do everything I need to from this little setup sitting right out here. You know, obviously the chat room is connected to my main computer in there, but I can just log into mobile and connect with you guys and do whatever I need to do. But, you know, really good. I can't think of a better way to start the new month outside of nailing a big trade. Didn't get to nail much today. The market just wasn't where I needed it to be for me and the way I trade. For some people it's great, but for me it just wasn't there. So I just made the call, hey, I'll just start my month on Monday. The market's gonna be open Monday. I don't need to force anything. I wired out, you know, well over $2,000 yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good about the way the month has started out. Now the only money I'm wiring out is the money in my SureTrader account. You know, I'm not going to leave anything over $5 at the end of the month over there. So I'm not wiring out SpeedTrader or anybody else. I do that every quarter. But what I'm just counting is the money in our small account. That's the money I'm counting that we're growing. That's the account we're following. And, you know, that's 90% of you guys are trading out of a smaller account. So, you know, that's where my focus is going to be in on chat. But I know I haven't made any videos the last couple of days. It's just been kind of blocked. More of the same. It's like doing the same thing over and over and over again. So what I did, I just kind of held the last 3 days. We'll go over those trades. I'll recap them right now, and then we'll look at where we ended up for the month. I'll tell you how much I wired out, and you know, I kind of wired out too much because I didn't expect to take a loss yesterday, and I ended up taking a little over $100 loss, and then I forgot about the platform fees coming out. So I'm starting with like 4,800 bucks, a little over $4,800 this month. So, you know, a little bit behind the 8 ball, but I think we'll make it up. So I'm not going to bore you anymore. We'll go ahead and take a look at the trades from this week and see how we ended this month. Alright guys, so we're going to start this recap off with a quote. A really good quote here from Aristotle. He says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." And we talked about this in our Roadmap to Success segment that we did on Wednesday, and how important it is to establish good habits. When we do establish those good habits in trading, we could go in and out of trades without even thinking about it. And we're repeatedly doing the right things because we've done them so much over and over again that they're habits. And if we focused on the keystone habits that we were talking about, then that's going to spawn us to do more good habits. And before you know it, we're trading with ease. So, you know, like I said last week, it's 80% in your mind. You know, trading is all in, it's a mind game. And if you can conquer that, you're going to be very successful, as a trader. All right, so let's take a look at our week. This was Tuesday. Tuesday was an abbreviated day for me. I had to take my son to the doctor, and I couldn't, I missed the meaty part of the day. But I did try to catch, opening range trade. Now this one, admittingly, we had sold off pretty good. I didn't know how far we were going to get with this, but I was looking, I was expecting to get a little bit more out of this, but, we didn't. I got a little piece of it, but here's what I really missed. I was on the road by this time, and this is our patented trend continuation trade. This is my favorite secondary trade to take. And when everything's clicking for me, I'm going to be locked in on the same stock all day. I'm not going to be chasing this stock that moves, that stock that moves. Even though you hear people do that in chat, that's not what I teach. That's not what the type trading that I condone. But if that's what you like, if that's what makes your boat float, go for it. But I'm only going to teach the type trading that I do and what got me to where I am right now. So, if you want to be a consistent and consistently profitable and successful trader, what I'm trying to teach you is going to get you there. And it's just a matter of being patient, getting locked in on something, and maximizing, your opportunity. That's what it is, and it boils down to execution. That's what we're focusing on. So, this one made a nice move pre-market. Didn't really have much follow through, but then really nice secondary move. Really could have made some money on this trade, had I been here. But this is exactly what I like to do every day. Lock in on that one. So we got a couple dollars on SQ. NVDA, this one was making good moves too in the morning. So I tried to catch a trend continuation on this because, SQ kind of started going sideways a little bit. And I thought, well, maybe we could get something here. Another small move, no follow through, and then this started going sideways. So I just missed the meat of the day. And you can't worry about it. I could have easily come back and tried to force some things and end up being red on the day. It doesn't make sense. $111 really isn't that much money in the grand scheme of things. But then, if you look at it individually, but when you start putting these together, at the end of the month, you're going to have a pretty decent lick. Especially if the day before you reeled in $400 or $500. So these little $100 days added to the big $300, $400, $500 days that you do in a small account at the end of the month, it's going to look good. We're going to take a look at our end of month numbers here in a minute. So on Wednesday, I had an out-of-body experience, but I should have had another solid day Wednesday. I had no reason not to be here to take this trade, but you can see what happened on McDonald's. I had some news come out, had this huge sell-off. This thing just looked so weak, it could not push over the 9. So as soon as we got red on the day, I kind of gave it a little time before I got in. It convinced me that this was going to be a good trade. I had to get under this low here. And it did. I got in, but I made it to where my first cover was, which was this low here. But I had that double click-itis where I clicked it, took it off. I should have just had this manual. Should have had just a a limit order out at the price I wanted to take it off, but I was doing it manual, ended up double clicking and took myself out of the position. I wasn't gonna, jump back in because I based the trade off of this red to green move, and we were just too far away. And in hindsight, maybe I could have used this level as resistance, but I just had to stick to my plan that I had in place for this trade, and I stuck to the plan. So I'm happy. Well, you can see $183 on this. Could have easily made $300 or $400 on this trade had I not messed up. So nobody to blame but me. But still ended up with a decent day. 177.45. Now, what really killed me, it would kill these commissions, 18 tickets. I could have easily had, a little over $200 day. But when you run up tickets and the trade is not working like it should, that's when commissions become an issue. If you're trading like you're supposed to, and you're executing your trade plan the way that you're supposed to, and you're not over trading, then commission costs don't even matter. It's an afterthought. It's just a cost of doing business. But when you trade like this, right out of the gate, I took the opening range breakout. It failed. We pushed up a little bit, sold back off, ended up stopping out. I bought, tried to buy on a bounce, got it, and ended up taking profit 4 times on this. But I caught some all the way up. So 5 tickets on this trade, I don't have a problem with. But I kept not waiting for confirmation. Okay, here I jumped in on this trade before it held over the 9. It turned around and nailed me. So I had to stop out. And then I bought again. And, just kind of added to this thing. But just did not work out. Now I bought 100 shares here, 100, here, another 100, another 200, and it just was not working out for me. So 18 tickets, and this is just not how I trade. It's not how I trade. I only have this one trade here is how I normally trade. Here, I kind of gave it a little bit too much room and left a $200 hold for myself at the open. But this was a really nice trade. Just too many loose trades. Not really doing what I should be doing in this instance. So it's just crazy. If I remember, honestly, I think what happened was I was supposed to sell half, I think, here and ended up buying is what happened. I didn't intentionally add to this. It was, me not really used to going long. I'm looking to buy the cover, and so when I was trying to sell, I bought. Is kind of what happened here. Alright, so that was Thursday. No, that was Wednesday. Okay, and Thursday, yesterday was a red day for me. This is why I wired out the money, but I didn't anticipate having a negative day. So when I wired it out, I had it right at $5,000 and ended up having a negative day, which put me down. And then on top of that, my platform fees hit today. So I'm actually starting the month a little in the hole. I won't have $5,000 in my account. I have, just under 4,800. So, still not bad. You're talking about, a couple $100, so it's not going to really affect me. But mentally, it can cause a little issue. But had a red day. I only took this one trade, and you could see, and you could ask me, okay, why didn't you flip it long? Well, look at all of the moving averages that it had to trade through. No way I'm going to buy into all of that resistance. So, yeah, I could have got it, on the break of this. We had a nice window up here. I could have got a clean piece of the move up here, but by that time, mentally I checked out. I went to lunch, so didn't really mess with this anymore. But this was a nice bounce, drove right through all of those moving averages. So I don't know how many people would actually jump on this, buying into all of this potential resistance. But I guess, some gunslingers probably would have done that. But for me, no dice. Alright, so red day on Thursday. KTOs is really frustrated me this week. Every day we made a really nice move, and then we sell off. But we still make a higher low. Okay, here, really good day on Thursday. And then today we make a push up. I'm thinking, hey, we might hit my target today, and then we end up selling off. But granted, the market sold off too, so it's probably following the market. But you can see we're really starting to slow down a little bit. So I'm really looking for this thing to push up close to 16. I'll be ready. You're willing and able to nail it here. But you can see we got in here. It's practically been a month. I'm a week behind, so it's been practically been a month here that I've been waiting on this. So all I needed to do is make that move. And you can see right here on the money that we initially invested in this trade, we're up 10% on it. So 3 weeks and 10% is not bad. Better than any bank you'll take your money to. So not near as good as what we wanted to see, but we're on track. So, and then 7% on, if the $100 that I had in there, I've grown that by 7%. It's just we're up 10% on the position. So I really came close to cutting it today. I really did, but I've got to stick to my plan and let it work out. All right, so now we can look at what we did for the month. Overall, we did 90, 54, 19. This is not what I wanted. I was looking. I do have a monthly goal, which is 10 grand. That's my minimum monthly goal that I'm looking for. We missed it by about 1,000. I understand. I mean, I could understand that. I was sick last week. Didn't trade my main account. Didn't trade it again this week. Just kind of focused on, staying small, keeping my groove back. Not really feeling comfortable, so I'm not going after it. And I don't have to. And you don't have to. There's no time. If you're in this and you have a timetable that you need to make money by, then I'm going to tell you to stop right now. Because that's a recipe for losing everything. So I know what I want to make. I got this goal. But my focus every day is to maximize every opportunity that I can get my hands on. And that's kind of what it boils down to. But, you know, a slight miss on my monthly gains this week in the small account, 691.72. Not bad. The only bump in the road was this red day yesterday, which we're going to have those. There's no way around that. But, you know, and this is what caused me to be a little bit short. You know, I didn't know I was going to take this loss. And I forgot about the platform fee. But, you know, it's all good. I think we're going to continue to push off. Now, for the month, in the small account, we started with, you know, obviously we started with $5,000. And we ended up with $27.14. So that's not bad. That's 54%, almost 55% growth on $5,000. Now, no, it does not match what some of these other people are posting. And quite frankly, I could care less. Because I know what I'm doing is realistic, and what I'm trying, and I'm showing you everything that I'm doing. You get to see the entries, the exits. You get to match them up. Even if I've got people that sign up and their whole purpose is to verify every trade I take. And it's just easy for them because they can see the exact time I got in, how much I got it. They can match all that stuff up. So that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. That's why I ignore when people post stuff about what other people are doing. Unless I see, I don't care about a P&L. P&L don't mean anything. I want to see your trading log. You know, that's why when you send me your trades, I want to see your trading log. That's going to tell me, you know, what you did. And I'll be able to, you know, plot it on a chart. So I'm really happy to say this. I say that to say I'm really happy. This is real. This is a realistic earnings. Now, did I want more? Yeah, I wanted to double my account. I wanted to make at least $5,000. That's my monthly goal for my small account. Starting with $5,000 at the beginning of the month, I want to see at least $5,000 at the end of the month. But I'm not going to force it. You know, I'm not going to look at this 2 weeks out and say, like, on the 19th, I only had, let's see, right under 2,000. So I was right on point. You know, kind of right on target there. But after last week, I could have come in this week and tried to force it and to get that. That's not what my goals are for. They're there because if I do that, then I know I'm trading well. If I don't, I know that there's something that I'm missing. And I already know what I missed this month. You know, and what caused me to not make it and to get behind. So I'm not worried about that. But you're talking about 54% growth. I mean, to me, that's good. That's solid. So the small account balance, we got up to $7,800.52. Now remember, I did have a couple of dollars more than the $5,000 in there to start with. So it's going to balance out because the beginning of next month, I'm going to have a little bit less than that. So you can't keep it perfect. You know, you just want to be around that number at the beginning of the month. That's what I want to do because that's exactly what I did throughout 2015. That whole year, I started with $5,000. 2016, I went to $8,000. You know, and it worked out pretty good. So I'm trying to show you guys, you start here, and once you get consistent and you can master trading with this size and this amount or this size account, you can bump up your share size. You ease your way into your end goal, and by doing that, it's just a smooth transition. You have less chance of a drawdown or wrecking yourself. I just have a different philosophy than most people have, and it's all based on my experience as an educator. That's the field that I came from. So not the month that I wanted based on how it started out, but I'm still happy with the results. I'm still pumped up and ready to go after it come Monday. So I didn't take any trades today again. My month is going to start Monday. And I'm going to start with the same focus that I did in January. And we're going to see, what this short month of February is going to bring. So you guys have a great night, a great evening. And those of you that's going to be with me Sunday morning, I look forward to seeing you Sunday morning. We'll do our market analysis, run through our scans and build our watch list for next week, and really get set up to attack this first week of February. So, but those that aren't going to join us on Sunday, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning, and we will go after it. And I will do a live stream next week. I will be announcing that as well. So you guys have a great weekend again, and I will see you next week.